Hi guys, today's video is 5 pet words I only picked up after moving to America.
Interesting.
It's our friend.
It is.
Our 2 friends.
Ooh, and what is our friend called?
Arthur.
It is Arthur, isn't
Lawrence.
it? Arthur and Lawrence. I don't know where Lawrence is. I can see his hand, top right of the screen. I'm guessing that's his hand. He's like, I'm playing a part in it. It's Arthur, isn't it?
I'll be embarrassed if it's not. We'll bleep that if it's not.
Yeah, we haven't checked. We just
I'm pretty sure it's Arthur.
Lawrence has got a dog, obviously, and we're checking him out. It's been a while since we've done Lost on Pond, I think.
Yeah.
So,
and it'd be interesting to know what the pet words are because we've had pets.
Definitely.
So
whether we use it or not, I don't know. I don't know what it would be, actually, to be honest with you.
But it might be, I don't know. But I don't know what we're doing this video for.
Smash the like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. If you can check our Patreon, check it out. Link in the description. If not, just enjoy watching the videos. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
5 pet words Lawrence only picked up after moving to America. What we got?
Hello, this video is sponsored by Wondrium. I'm Lawrence Brown and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond. And one of those memos pertains to pets. Specifically, the words we use to describe their world. Since moving to the United States, pets have been a big part of my life, from those of my in-laws to this beautiful doggy right here. And the cat. I was going to mention the cat. One thing that's not a...
He's definitely just put him in his cage. Because he just runs away if not. He's like, he can't get him to sit still for the intro. He's like, in your cage, so I can do the intro. You know?
Is my subscriber count, which passed 500,000 on Friday.
Fair play.
If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, do that now.
Same here. But fair play.
I've promised Arthur here that if he's a good boy throughout the filming of this entire video, he will get to go on his very first car wash. You don't understand a word I'm saying, do you?
He'll go mad.
Then, I'm going to leave him to it and head on over to the couch. Some British versus American word differences cause more problems than others. I discovered this the hard way shortly after moving to the United States, but specifically shortly after moving in with my American in-laws. Like me, they were a big fan of animals and had approximately 47 pets exactly. And I became friendly with them all. They'd sit on my lap, lick my face and steal my socks. And I would often do this to them. And as you can see, I am petting an invisible animal because my cat, unprofessional as he is, has disappeared at the wrong time. And one time, while this was happening and all of the American humans were present, I remember saying, I love stroking dogs. Needless to say, there was a brief period when my in-laws looked at me as if to say, I think we might need to call the Department of Homeland Security, but in an American accent. And I had to explain very rapidly, no, it's not what you think. Stroking is just the British word for petting. It's honestly a word I haven't used since that very moment.
So, I mean, we use petting.
Are you going to pet the dog?
Are you going to pet the dog? I never said I'm petting the dog.
No, I'd say, are you going to pet the dog?
Yeah, but I would say I'm stroking the dog.
Yeah, I'd also say, are you going to stroke the dog?
Yeah. So maybe use pet.
I think it depends.
I don't think I've ever used petting.
I've definitely said, I think, are you going to pet the dog? Yeah, I've definitely said you're going to pet. I've never used petting.
No, I don't think I've ever used petting, but like I say, we've used pet, haven't we? Which makes sense. But have you guys never heard of stroking the dog?
Yeah, I don't think I'd say anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd say stroking, stroke, and pet. They're my 3, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you don't say stroking or if you've never heard of stroking for stroking a dog. Interesting.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am today a United States citizen. Arthur, what are you doing? What do you think, Mr. Kafka?
Oh, we're in the same room now.
Stare. But as humans, it's not just the language that we use with each other that is different from one side of the pond to the other. Sometimes you have to vary the way you speak to your pet. And since our puppy, Arthur, is technically American, I had no choice but to utilize American English words.
Okay.
Does it matter? It doesn't matter, does it? And one of those words is a word that I cannot currently say, not because it's a swear word, but because the dog is within earshot of me.
Walkies?
Either walkies or treat.
Yeah.
Walkies or treat.
That's what we would say.
He might just go. For now, I'll just spell it out. G-O space
P-O-T-T-Y.
You
go potty? Arthur want to go potty? You want to go potty?
That makes sense because for like babies, they say go potty.
Yeah.
Whereas we say go for a wee wee.
Yeah, I say to dogs.
Children.
Wee wee's dogs.
Like to babies, we'd say I'll go for a wee wee.
Yeah. But do you guys say go potty then?
They say, I can't say for everybody, but in American movies and the YouTube,
say go potty.
I need to go to the potty.
There you go. Let us know in the comments because we've always said go at night to my own dog. It'll be wee wees and then
yeah,
and then you'll go with the dog.
You say that to a baby.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, and you guys say go potty. Oh, differences. I like it.
Bobby got distracted. No, the wrong way. And weirdly, since the P word very much exists in Britain, given how we train infants to go to the toilet, I only heard the phrase GO_POTTY after moving to the United States. And while making this video, I've been asking myself, ooh, Lawrence, what did you used to say when you had a dog in Britain? And I can't fully remember. Maybe it was something like go poo-poo or go pee-pee. Either way, it had peas in it. And carrots. What is it, Mr. Arthur? Are you looking for your friend? Who is your friend? Tell the audience who your friend is. That's right. It's Kafka. Where did he go? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? I just saw him. Oh. He's here. There's a standoff. Speaking of pet training, did you know that among its... When I did live with my in-laws all those years ago, I witnessed a horrible incident, unfortunately this is true, in which a cat got flattened under a car. And it just so happened that in the car behind that one was a police officer who saw the whole thing. He walked up to the cat as we all watched it breathe its last breath, picked it up by the tail, and dumped it by the side of the road. And at the same time thinking, if I was in England, what would I do? I don't know, I'd probably call the RSPCA. That's the Royal Society of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
We have the JSPCA,
sure, maybe technically you can't...
Royal Jersey.
Yeah, we've got a Jersey version, haven't we?
Yeah, which is the R is replaced by a J.
Yeah.
That's the Royal Society of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Sure, maybe technically you can't be cruel to a dead animal, but the question still remained in my mind. Does America have an equivalent of the RSPCA? And the answer is, not only does it, but it goes by a very similar name. And that name is the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
It's literally the exact same.
What are the chances? Well, it turns out there's a reason for this coincidence, which is not a coincidence at all. During the 19th century, the American diplomat Henry Bergh became greatly affected after witnessing animal cruelty on the continent. While in England, he met with the president of the recently formed RSPCA, Lord Harrowby, who talked up the importance of the society. This convinced Bergh to found the ASPCA back in his hometown of New York City in 1866. It has been headquartered there ever since. If you've seen my YouTube shorts, you'll know that I like to talk about words, and sometimes those words are long, scientific sounding, and at other times they're short and snappy, a little bit like Arthur. Take for instance a literal pet name that I often hear in these parts of the United States, and that word is Bub. And Bub is not typically the dog's legal name or anything like that, it's simply a nickname. Need to go potty, Bob? Bob, that's a building site. Let's go, Bob. Keep moving,
so
Bob.
that's just like, no matter what the name is, it's just a name for a dog.
I've heard people in England say bub for like babe.
Maybe I've never heard of bub before.
Yeah, I've heard of it. But
there you go.
I think it's.
I suppose that is a good version, is it? For instead of saying the name for the dog, you're saying bub. People call each other babe sometimes.
Yeah,
maybe that is.
I think I've heard that before.
I've never heard.
Not for a dog.
Yeah, not for a dog.
I think I've heard it for a person.
Yeah, I've never heard bub before, but there you go. It makes sense.
Bob, keep going, Boba Binks. No, that's not yours, Boba the Hutt. Just every Star Wars character. Aren't you, Boba Fett? Bob the Builder. Can he fix it? Generally speaking, he does the opposite.
Arthur's
Come on, let's
confused.
go destroy some stuff, Bob.
Except my name's Arthur.
Boba. I'm starting to forget your actual name. Arthur. Arthur. Keep going, Arthur. And it got me asking the question in the last few minutes, what is it with this word bub? So I looked it up. Bub, noun, informal, North American, an aggressive or rude way of addressing a boy or man. So then why have I only heard it as a term of endearment to describe both a boy and a puppy? Have I been unknowingly insulting my dog and undermining his self-confidence forever? Doesn't even bear thinking about. My puppy thinks I'm a cow. And finally, this, the device with which we train our dog outside. One of the absolute best times of my days when I get to take
we got a lead.
They might not call it a leash.
I was going to say what?
I feel like they do say leash.
I've heard a leash before.
Like,
it's a bit mean leash though, doesn't it?
I don't know, I feel like...
We got a lead.
Arthur for a walk, and this is something that once or twice I got to experience as a child with Benji, the Jack Russell of my youth. And the word that I, as well as most British people, would use to describe this very thing is lead. To give the suggestion, perhaps, that the dog leads the way. But that's not really the idea when you're training your dog to walk with you. You really want them to walk by your side. But either way, the American English word, which I was not aware of until I moved to the United States, is leash.
Oh, well done.
Because you're supposed to keep them leashed next to your ankle. Unless they're an ankle biter, which Arthur very much is right now. Arthur, do you want to go for a beer with Kafka? This is a metaphorical beer. I'd never, ever let my pets drink alcohol. What do you think, Arthur? Come on, let's just walk across the pretend flowers. It's never stopped you before on real flowers. And there's Kafka. Anything could happen. Does Mr. Arthur eat? No, he wants food. Anyway, those are just some of the pet-related words that I picked up after moving to the United States. And because he's been a very good puppy, hasn't said a word during this video, it's time to take Arthur to his first ever car wash. All right, mate, are you ready to go on your first ever car wash? We'll get your harness, but I think it's in the car. Let's go. You're having the best time. That's it for this episode. I'm Lawrence Brown. You can follow me on Twitter at LostInThePondUS, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that I don't have to. Fans of animal-related videos might want to travel back in time to when some more...
We'll leave that there. Oh, let's talk about American morning tubs. And there is also a Robin video he's done as well. So maybe we can do... Let us know if you want us to check out the bird videos in the comments below. Yeah. Let us know any more pet words. It was good, wasn't it?
It was good. Yeah, it was interesting.
Nice to see the cat and the dog out as well. Because it takes time, doesn't it?
It does take time.
Because I know he mentioned when they first got the dog, they were separating them, weren't they?
Yeah.
In separate rooms, but it's nice that they're together now and slowly integrating. And
even if they are giving each other evils.
Definitely, but that's all animals. My mum's got 3 cats. Well, she did have 3 cats and 3 dogs. And it just takes time.
Just getting used to it, like being in each other's environment.
Definitely. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button and watch the video.
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you, legends, in the next one. Peace.